Marriage is to give you the privilege to be conformed to the image of God. He said that is why you will not find who you want to marry on the street. You will work on that person. You will cultivate that person. And while you are cultivating that person, yourself will be cultivated in the process.
If husbands and wives give to each other their due, marriage will not suffer. That is the secret to a successful marriage as far as the kingdom is concerned.
We have a lot of conspiracy and debate when it comes to marriage. A lot of people are debating about marriage. But if you are a Christian, you have to follow the ways that you need to marry. If only you want to marry. Don't be listening to people who are online talking about marriage. Into bracket, people who are unbelievers. We have a lot of unbelievers online who are talking about marriage. They are talking about how marriage has to be. If you're a Christian and you follow that footprint, probability that you may fail in marriage is very high, because that thing that they are saying about marriage, it has not been jotted anywhere. Some use their own common sense, some use books that they've read, some use what maybe experience from people to say so many things about marriage. But as a Christian, you have to follow ways and means that is in the Bible, because you believe in the scriptures. You can't tell me that you can do marriage, or marriage is just a magic thing that you can do it. We have so many ways you can do for your marriage to stand when it comes to the Bible principle. For instance, if you're a Christian, you have to share the same faith with someone who is a Christian. You can't marry someone who is a Muslim, because it's going to contemplate with the relationship, because we have different values, we have different beliefs. So marry someone who is a Christian, and also marry someone who is your friend. You can't marry your enemy. Marry someone who is your friend. A friend that you can talk to him about anything that you really want to talk to him. Maybe trending news, maybe politics, maybe radio program, maybe pictures, so many things that you can talk together. Because after sex, maybe 1 hour. The whole day is 24 hours. And maybe if you have sex, maybe 1 hour. There are 23 hours. What are you people going to share if you are not friends? That's what I really meant. So be friends and talk about everything. It's not only about sex, because the sex is even just a short thing. But let your mind focus on the friendship. And also, you have to marry someone who is honest. Because a lot of people are very stingy. A lot of people are very selfish. They don't think about the other person. Those are the things that you have to look out for. First of all, your faith. If you're a Christian, marry someone who is a Christian. The second part is friendship, companionship. Marry someone who is your friend. And the third one is someone who is honest. I'm going to show you a quick video from Pastor Chris. He boldly and fervently talk about marriage. Let's listen to what he said and listening to what Pastor Chris has said. He has said so many things. He's a pastor. Most of the things he said is in the Bible, and he has contractually read the Bible, and he has been a pastor for a very long time, and even he has married. So he has so many experience in marriage. But he said something that you have to please your husband. It's not about pleasing your husband. So many people think maybe if you are pleasing or you are submitting yourself to your husband, it means slavery. It's not about slavery. It's about listening to each other and compromising and understanding each other. It's not about maybe your wife has finished cooking and your wife is very tired and all those things. Your wife will be in the kitchen, prepare something, and just be in the hall or maybe on your phone. You have to go and help her. It's not about you, but you dominating her. It's about you people loving each other. Because you people are submitting yourself to God. That's what you have to understand when you talk about the pleasing. Because people think we have to please. Don't please people. Just be real. But make sure that you follow the word of God, like I said earlier on. Compromise and understand each other. I'm going to show you another quick video from Apostle Micheal. He have this great masterpiece that he said in marriage. Let's listen to what he said.
Contemplating marriage. The Lord asked me, what is the purpose of marriage? And the thoughts of the things that were taught began to run through my mind. You know, we hear things like, marry who you love. It's about happiness. Make sure you are happy. And all of these are very beautiful. But the Lord said to me, he said, does marriage sit on these things? Because you can be happy with somebody that is not going in the direction of your destiny, if you have not found your destiny. Because the things that make men happy are strange. The things that make men happy, they are strange. And God began to give me some secret things that I've never heard preached anywhere. You know, he told me the first purpose of marriage is to give you the privilege to be conformed to the image of God. He said that is why you will not find who you want to marry on the street. You will work on that person. You will cultivate that person. And while you are cultivating that person, yourself will be cultivated in the process. So you may be looking for a woman that is patient. Meanwhile, her impatience is what will help you to learn temperance and endurance. So when God points at your wife may not have patience. So if you are looking for marriage to be happy, and you think happiness is about patience, you will miss your wife. Because the idea is that you will be conformed to the image of Christ. Meanwhile, the endurance that you don't have is our patience that will teach you that endurance. So God will deliberately allow you to marry her, and it may take you 6 years to cultivate endurance. And you will learn it by teaching her. That's a school of the spirit. So he said a higher purpose of marriage is for you to be conformed to the image of God. So that happiness will be captured in fulfillment, not in excitement. It is when you have cultivated her and the glory in her spirit begins to emanate. That's when you'll be fulfilled. It's in that fulfillment that you'll be happy. And I never saw it anywhere. So I began to, I used to love tall and fair damsels. And my goal of happiness was to find a woman without blemish. When I went to pray, I gazed into the spirit and I contemplated a tall and elegant damsel, flawless in expression. He said, what I'm looking for is for you to be conformed to the image of God. So it changed my paradigm. So when the purpose of a thing is not known, the abuse is inevitable. He told me the second purpose of marriage is to preserve divine heritage. He said the reason you could trace Jesus back to Adam is because God trapped that divine order in a bloodline. So when men hide things, they hide them in a bank. But when God hides things, he hides it in men. So the choices of marriage is to help transfer eternal ordinations from one generation to another. So it is God's way of hiding dimensions of the spirit. So God will prefer you marry someone with a godly heritage than to marry a diva. Because God is trapping an ordination. And only in such vessels can eternal ordination be captured. I said, wow. I was not ready to marry. If I married 5 years ago, my wife would have been a goddess. But my ministry would have ended. It would have ended by now. He said the third purpose of marriage is worship. He said because it is in finding your wife that you will learn how to bend your will. Because worship is not a good song. Worship is the ability to conform to the will of the Father. So it's not what I desire. It's what you desire. Not my will, but thine. And he said it's in marriage that you will discover that. I said, wow. So when the purpose of a thing is not known, the abuse is inevitable. He said the fourth purpose of marriage is so that you can learn the mystery of oneness. That's the mystery that holds the Godhead together. The Father, the Son, and the Spirit. The ability to live and become one. And that was why he said, for the woman, love is submission. And he said, for the man, love is sacrifice. So everything the woman has, she relinquishes it. And it looks as if she's vulnerable. And then everything the man has, he commands the man to lavish it on the woman. So at the end of the day, nobody owns nothing. And as they grow on that corridor, a point comes, the woman is lost in the man and the man is lost in the woman. So the mystery of divinity can be manifested in their home. So when you step into their family become heaven on earth. Because God dwells there. You know, when you come on the altar, you can coordinate yourself. You can't do that with your wife. Your wife knows you. So when you are trying to act wise, they will say, this man is a hypocrite. I know. And when you look at the face of the woman, you can tell who that man is. When oneness is achieved, alignment is achieved. So that man, his communication frequency with his wife will become heightened. When he looks at that woman, he is saying much more than words can ever articulate. That's a mystery. It's only in the Godhead that you find such mystery.
I know you finished listening to what Apostle Orokpo has said in this video. He has said a lot. Marriage is to bring out our true nature for us to know God. That's what marriage is. It's a very serious institution which God has ordained. And marriage has to be learned. If you really want to marry, you have to learn about marriage, because people go to school, especially the people who do medicine. they spend about maybe 7 to 8 years studying medicine. Marriage is also an institution. That's why we have so many rich men like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos. All of them are divorced. They've built their mind and they've built their life in making money, but they lose interest in learning about marriage. A lot of people think women need money. It's fact. But a lot of women need trust. They need faithfulness. A man thinks that all I have to do is just to make money. I'll make a woman happy. Now, some women are even making more money more than women in this generation. So just find someone who is compatible with you and live a great life and enjoy life through Christ, who will strengthen you people.
If husbands and wives give to each other their due, marriage will not suffer. That is the secret to a successful marriage as far as the kingdom is concerned. I think it will even be very difficult for a woman whose husband showers her with attention, emotional, physical, intimacy, kindness. It will be difficult for her to even think of another man. If he does not sacrifice for his wife, you have no right. You are not entitled to her obedience. If you do not love and make sacrifice for your wife, stop demanding. Stop expecting her obedience. We are in Africa. Men are entitled. Men have entitlement mentality in marriage. You think bride price is what makes you the head. It's not bride price that makes you the head. As far as the Bible is concerned, it is what? Love and sacrifice. You are eating food and there is only one meat. It's too small, you cannot share it. Sacrifice. You give her the meat. You have 2 cars. One is very fine, may say Jeep. The other one is a Toyota. Then go push them before you go start. You give your wife the Jeep that she will not suffer. You will carry Toyota. Anywhere it stops, you push it and start. Sacrifice. That's what the church is. He sacrificed himself to present the church, to make the church presentable. In other words, for the bride to become beautiful, attractive, it costs the husband something. That's what sacrifice is. You deny yourself to make sure that she is okay. That's what love is. That's what sacrifice is. What makes you the head is the sacrifice, the love that you show to your wife as what? As sacrifice. Nothing more, nothing less, nothing else. Sometimes the AK of the okoko, you give it to her. Oh yes. Oh honey, do you want to chop the AK of the okoko? Yes, I am. Take. Men say sacrifice. What makes you a dogu is how much sacrifice you make for your asa. So if you're a man here, the question you ask yourself, how much better does your wife look? How much better has your wife become since she left her father's house to come to your own house? That's the dignity of a man. It's unmistaken. It's not bride price that makes you the head of the family. It's not genitalia. It's love. A woman whose husband sacrifices for her, she's ungrateful and does not submit to the man. Madam, your own hellfire, man. They see the builder. No, they see the build your hellfire. The present hellfire is not fit for you. You big past that one. And God is still building your own hellfire. That's why those of us who will now reject God after all he has done for us, where are they going to end? It's not hellfire. I told you, marriage and worship is the same thing. You obey the one who has shown you unconditional love. It's the same thing in marriage. And when you do this, when a woman understands her place, the man understands his place, and both of you meet each other at that point, try and make each other reach at that point.
Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you another time.